You mentioned something about your dad. I want to go into father figures. I want to go into death. I want to go into cancer. I want to go into a few things and go much deeper than probably the majority of the interviews that you'll find, that anyone out there will find of what you're talking about. Talk to me about your father. Talk to us about your father.
Yeah. We never came from money. So he sold insurance, first door to door, then for a company, then for a bigger company. Mom, I get my personality from my mom, Fran G, she's the best. And Fran G Loves Life on Instagram, I think is her handle. She just figured out Instagram. But Old Man G, that's what we called him. And he, I mean, literally trade eye for you was I said it earlier, but he was the kind of guy that would, give up, time at the office, probably even promotions to come to my Little League baseball games. I was awful, by the way. Like, struck out. He'd still take me for ice cream, tell me I was amazing. No, I'm not. Like, I tried out for
a trophy anyway.
Yeah. Like, I tried out for the friggin' golf team, of course. Golf team 4 years in a row in high school, cut all 4 years in a row. Like, clearly basketball, baseball, football was not even an option. So I'm like, at least golf, right? No. I can't even make that. Dad's still proud of me. But he was always there. Super supportive. Again, we didn't come from much financially, but I don't think we missed out on anything either. The love was there, the family was there, and he was there.
You lost him.
Yeah.
And it changed a few things. It sparked a few things in your life. Talk to me about, how old were you when you lost your father?
So 2013, 33.
You were 33 when you lost your father. I was 16 when I lost my father. Can you go into your visceral reaction post Havana after that trip with him when you lost him?
Yeah, so we got down to the point where, if you know anything about cancer, you have chemo and radiation, you end up losing your hair and you become really weak. And then there gets to a point where the doctor says, and you have to talk about death and its reality and quality of life. And so we, so as James and I both did a charity together, helping quality of life care for kids with HIV and AIDS. And with these children, we would always say they may not live long lives, but they live important ones. And that's what matters. And so with a month essentially left, the doctor said, give or take, maybe a month, you may have 6 weeks. But now's the time to kind of have those last conversations, do those last things. And my dad, he had one more chemo treatment. And he's like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? He's like, let's get off this chemo. Let's do one final father-son trip together that we never got to do because I always said I was going to do it, And he waited, and it never got to happen. I said, fuck it. Let's go to Cuba. Like, guys trip, cigars, old classic cars, wind blowing through our hair. And I remember I brought this book that I got like at the bookstore. Someone told me, and I'm not kidding, I think it was like questions to ask your father, or something like that. And I was like, you know what? Fuck, I don't want to ask these, but I do want to ask them. You want to, right? And it was one of those where it was like, what's your favorite memory from our childhood? And it was this. And what would you tell my kid, your grandkid, on his first day of school or her first day of school? Because chances are you're not going to be able to meet him or her. And I remember one of the questions was, what is your greatest accomplishment? And in Cuba, right there with me, he looks me straight in the eye and he goes, you. He goes, you are my greatest accomplishment. And I just bawled. And I was like, what? I don't even have the words for it. I was so happy. I was so sad. I was so emotional. I was so depleted. I was so excited that I could live out his legacy here on earth. And I was like, by God, if I'm his biggest accomplishment, I am going all the way for the rest of my life, like on 11, like not even 10, 11, right? Like, and I'm going to inspire people and push people. And we may have haters and critics and people that don't like, but like, damn it, man. Like I was given the good fortune to keep on going and he wasn't. Like, by God, if I'm going to sit on the sidelines, like I'm going to 11 and I'm going to bring as many people with me and have that insane courage to do the same.